OBJECTION!
I shouldn't have to say it, because it's obvious. I'm tired. I'm always tired. Ooh, my hair is shiny. Yeah. We're just gonna jump back into this, because I got some bit of time. I have some cookies that I'm making. So I do this weird thing. We're gonna segue here. I like candy corn. I'm just gonna start that. I'm that crazy person. But I got the pumpkin ones. Not affiliated. Like I needed to say that. And I cut them up. Well, first I blend them to get them soft. Then I break them into pieces, coat them in flour, put them in the cookies, the cookie dough base, and then they melt into the cookies. And while it sounds disgusting, it's actually pretty damn good. But then I have to chill. So, in the meantime, let's jump back in. February 23rd. 23rd. Let me make sure everything's running here. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. What's this "and the evidence room" part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Hi, Awesome. Enjoy your Raiders game. Alright, let's do it. Glad that she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure if she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Wasn't expecting that one. Alright, excuse me. February 23rd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at a crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. And that's not it at all. It's just... I love how his thoughts are like... I don't know if I think he's like whispering them. Hi, Holly. I don't know if he's whispering or thinking them when they do the blue text. Because they seem to hear him, so I assume he's mumbling. We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's the grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminal testing fluid. Luminal? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? I don't need it. I know what it is. To test for blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the A button to spray on it. Okay, let's find some of the bloodstains. I love how I get caught on. I can see her shining. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is the blood stain. It's so, ugh. And my ear's shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? The perpetrator and the Detective Gibbon fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more blood than this. Luminol! Woo! Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm going to mark the floor plans where we found the bloodstains, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Skye. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah, it feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? I guess I should give this a spray on another suspicious. I guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Spray your face! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr? You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in the tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from the security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound very convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the event from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Skye stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago, well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long they called me the cough-up queen. Yep. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go or fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if those prime and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still have B1 today. And it's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed toward the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time. Can you take a look at this? You. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea. We're just doing this again. Let's see, is there anything I can show her? Would you like to see the Luminol play? No. think we are done with that. Here, phone, let's see if it works. It doesn't, but we could spray it. Alright, let's move. February 23rd, Detention Center Visitors Room. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Grant say they'd arrest a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. February 23rd, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's parking lot. It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. February 23rd, Police Department, entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Okay. Let's go to the guard station. Okay. Alright, we see an alcoholic. February 23rd, evidence room, entrance guard station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room? The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Uh-oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. You can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is the guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. He's an alcoholic, that's what he is. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of here. Yes. Is that a trap? Look on the floor, a lasso. That looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yerg myself. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be a real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? Oh, I know, a poochie. A poncho? Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Look at all the alcohol, look at all the alcohol. He is such an alcoholic, woohoo. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to get in there first. Bitches! Why are you still here? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident, it's written on that knife. On that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective of that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. I think you did it. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over yet. She could technically change her hair and make up her looks to look like the lady, but that's just me, I'm just saying. SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about SL9 incident? What do you think about this? SL9, okay, it's gonna not, it's gonna just repeat. So let me go back, I know what I need to do. Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were just... That's a fun little bunch. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for the decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and the other person you know well. What could it be? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy office can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie. What? You? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch received from Miss Star. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see, thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe? Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing at the police department evidence room, right, pal? Oh, yeah. On the same day that detective was killed in the Perskine parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? No, it's the same one. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Goodbye. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start.